Manny Pacquiao sa mundo ng boxing. Patunay lang ito ang mga fan na sumalubong sa kanya sa MGM sa Las Vegas. Kaugnay niya makakapanayam natin sa pamamagitan ng Skype si Ryan Songalia, isang boxing writer sa Estados Unidos. Good morning from the Philippines, Mr. Songalia.
Magandang umaga po to you too as well. Thank you very much for having me on today.
Yeah, Ryan, we just had a story about Pacquiao's popularity in the United States. I get the sense that he's even more popular than Floyd Mayweather, who's an American. Would you agree with that, that he's even more popular there than Mayweather, who's probably his main rival as the pound-for-pound boxing king in the world?
Absolutely, sir. Mayweather once remarked that he wished that he was Mexican or some kind of Hispanic fighter because they support their fighters far more than even, I would say, Americans. I don't really recall ever there being an American hero type fighter that the people got behind. So, yeah, actually, absolutely. I tell everyone this story. When I was a kid, whenever I would tell people I was Filipino, they'd say, "Oh, Imelda Marcos, yes, yes, I know about the Philippines." But now they say, "Oh, you're Filipino, Manny Pacquiao." So he's become basically the face of the Philippines internationally.
And how does that make you feel when people mention Pacquiao in the same breath as your name? They ask you if you're like Pacquiao or if you're a Pacquiao.
It's a tremendous it's a tremendous honor because first off, now my ethnicity is not being known because of someone with a lot of shoes. But whenever I'm around like my friends, when I was growing up in the boxing gym, oh no, here comes Pacquiao, because I was the only Filipino kid in the gym. So it's really great, because he is a positive image for the Filipinos internationally. He's someone that everyone could take pride in. He's someone who shows the tremendous will and determination of the Filipino people internationally and at home.
Okay, but just one final question on this topic. What do you think explains his appeal to non-Filipinos, especially Americans, where he fights most often in the United States?
It doesn't hurt that he looks like Bruce Lee, and Americans love Bruce Lee. He is a household name, and Pacquiao has become one too. He is an all-action hero. He's the kind of fighter that you don't have to be Filipino to enjoy. You don't even have to be a boxing fan to enjoy, because he's all action. He's frenetic energy. He's very aggressive. He has an appeal not just as an athlete, but as a charismatic celebrity. This is a man with a charming smile. He can do it all. He's a real Renaissance man of boxing, and you don't typically see those.
Yeah, okay, we know that he's a favorite in this match, but does anyone give his opponent Marquez a chance?
There are just some fighters that are always going to give you problems. And I think that Marquez is just the guy. It doesn't matter what Marquez has done in other fights, because styles make matchups. That's a very common phrase, a common saying. But Pacquiao's style and Marquez's style will always, you'll have 100 fights. If they fight 100 times, there'll be 100 close fights, and maybe 60 times Manny wins and 40 times Marquez wins. I think that this is a tough fight for Pacquiao. Remember the second fight? A lot of people were saying, "Oh, Marquez is old. This is going to be an easy fight for Pacquiao." And look what happened. That fight really was the resurgence of Marquez's career. And I think we have a similar situation here, where Marquez is not being brought in to be a competitive fighter. Pacquiao's people know. What they're trying to do is, all right, we need to settle this issue. We need to sell a lot of tickets. We have the storyline. We'll have Pacquiao go out there, and it'll be tough for a few rounds, and then Pacquiao knocks him out. Marquez I don't think, is going to follow that script. I think Marquez is going to be smarter, just as he always is. But I think ultimately what's going to tell the story is Pacquiao knows how to win fights, close fights, because he'll score a knockdown here or there. He'll throw punches. He'll try to win rounds at the end of rounds. He does that little extra to win rounds that I think is what has helped him to win that second fight and to salvage a draw in the first fight as well.
Okay, what's the difference between Pacquiao now as a boxer and the younger Manny Pacquiao? I suppose you've been watching him for a long time. How has he evolved?
I've seen all. Well, the difference, I'll tell you, the difference is that Pacquiao has better use of his right hand. And that is what has made him go from, I thought he would be a flash in the pan, personally, when he came out and beat Barrera. And then he had the stumble with Marquez, the first fight, which was a draw. I thought, okay, well, people are going to figure him out now, and it's only time before, someone gets the best of him. And then he had the first fight with Morales, where he was a one-handed fighter. Well, he was still developing his right hand. But he was so predictable that it hurt him in that fight. But then the second fight, the third fight, and every fight since then, it's almost as if his right hand has become something that you have to worry about almost as much as his left hand. So Pacquiao is definitely a more versatile fighter. He has better footwork. I still see that Pacquiao has some patterns that someone with intelligence can pick up on. Pacquiao will do a move where he'll throw a 1-2-3, a jab, left hand, and a right hook, and roll under. And he'll do that often enough that if you can kind of cut him off, maybe step to your left, cut him off to his right, so he has to move to his left, you may take something away from him. But I think that at the end of the day, that Pacquiao is a much more improved fighter, and especially at this weight, he's shown that he can carry that weight effectively, and Marquez has not shown that in the past.
All right. It's going to be an exciting match. Thank you very much, Ryan Songalia.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Samantala, napasugod naman ang mga otoridad sa Pasig City kagabi dahil sa isang bomb scare. Nagduda kasi ang isang driver kung ano ang laman ng bag na dali-daling iniwan ng isang pasahero sa